What's up, creatives? And welcome back to All About AI. If you've been following the AI image scene, you've heard about Nano Banana. And yes, you can now use Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash image model, better known as Nano Banana, inside Photoshop beta through Generative Fill. Adobe announced the partner model integration on September 25th, 2025, alongside FLUX and Context Pro. This isn't just a gimmick. This is a massive leap in technology, and the numbers back this up. 83% of creative professionals are now integrating AI into their workflows in 2025. And here's the kicker. 81% of photographers who've adopted AI tools report they've finally reclaimed their work-life balance. That means less time stuck behind a screen and more time doing what you love. The combination of Nano Banana's generation quality and Photoshop's precision tools is a game changer. I'm going to show you exactly how to find it, how to use it, and give you some mind-blowing use cases that will immediately level up your workflow. We're going to cover everything from restoration to changing entire seasons in a single click, plus a quick trick to fix those pesky blending issues. Plus, I'll break down the actual costs and credits so you know exactly what you're getting into, because transparency matters. Now, quick heads up, this feature is only available in Photoshop beta right now, so make sure you've got that downloaded via your Creative Cloud desktop app before we dive in. Let's go. Finding Nano Banana is surprisingly easy, provided you know where to look. First, you need to make a selection. This is the crucial first step because you have to tell Photoshop which area needs the generation model. You can use the lasso tool, the marquee tool, or any selection tool you prefer. Let's start with a car photo. I'm just going to click and drag around this Audi here using the lasso tool. Now that I've made a selection, look down here at the contextual bar. You'll see the option for Generative Fill. Click on that. Inside the prompt area, you'll see a little G icon. Click the G, and this is where you choose your model. You'll see options like Firefly 3, Firefly 1, FLUX Context Pro, and finally, Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana. Click on Nano Banana. That's it. You are now using the most advanced image generation model Adobe has access to, right inside Photoshop. Here's why Nano Banana is impressive. In recent third-party benchmarks collected in Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash image model card, Nano Banana ranked highest for image editing overall preference with a score of 1342 on Ella Marina versus 1194 for FLUX and Context Max. In the same table, for text-to-image overall preference, it posted 1154 compared to 1079 for FLUX and Context Max. That translates to more "this looks right" wins in head-to-head preference tests. The immediate benefit of working this way, rather than uploading your image to the standalone Gemini app, is that you can use Photoshop's impressive range of selection tools to precisely choose the area where you want the generation to take place. Let's see some impressive results. I want to change this Audi into a Jeep. I'll use this prompt: change the Audi car into a Jeep and keep the rest of the image unchanged. Hit generate and look at that result. The Jeep appears, and all the color in the image completely matches the color in the background. The Jeep looks like it really belongs there. This is the power of Nano Banana. It uses the environment to make really lifelike changes. Quick trick: fixing blending issues. Sometimes, especially around the edges of your generation, you can get issues with blending. Here's the trick. Use the lasso tool again. Zoom into that specific area that looks slightly off and make a small selection around it. But this time, when you go to Generative Fill, switch back to the Firefly 3 model and generate. This uses Firefly 3 to make small fixes to that specific area. If you're working quickly, this is a lifesaver. Precision editing and dealing with blurriness. We often prioritize precision here at AllAboutAI, and that's exactly what this integration delivers. In fact, 75% of users who've adopted AI editing tools report significant time reductions. We're talking hours saved per project. And here's something fascinating. When surveyed, 64% of photographers' clients couldn't tell the difference between AI-edited and manually edited images, while 30% actually praised the faster turnaround times. One major limitation of Nano Banana globally is its resolution limit. If you try to restore or sharpen an entire photo, the generation often makes the picture worse or keeps it blurry. The trick here? Select only the small area that is out of focus or blurry. quickly. For example, if the eyes are out of focus, select just the eye area and use the prompt, restore and sharpen this blurry photo and add details. By restricting the area, Nano Banana generates the fix perfectly without changing the rest of the image. This is true magic. Let's try something insane. Using the selection tool, I've outlined an area in this moody urban alleyway. Now, check out this prompt. Generate a photorealistic bioluminescent whale hovering mid-air in this urban alleyway. Make sure its wet skin reflects the color of the neon signs from the buildings and casts an accurate shadow onto the wet pavement. That's a complex prompt, but look at the result. The whale is dripping water. The reflection underneath is insane, and it's accurately reflecting the neon lights. You can get truly imaginative with this. You can also use Nano Banana for logistics, like generating stylized logos, graphics, or typography directly onto objects like t-shirts or posters. Nano Banana versus FLUX and Firefly. Why is this Nano Banana integration such a big deal? Frankly, Adobe's own model, Firefly 3, is not particularly great. It often doesn't produce accurate results. That's why having a better image generation model like Nano Banana is a great move. However, Nano Banana isn't always the winner. There's another partner model available, FLUX Context Pro, for complex image transformations, like the snowy scene we tested. Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana was much nicer and higher resolution than the FLUX version. Let's move into some advanced applications. Annotation Power Nano Banana works great with markings and annotations. For interior design, you can make marks and type instructions directly onto the image, such as paint the wall dark gray, turn on this light, or place a painting there. Then, select the whole thing and prompt, complete the prompts in this image. It understands you. You can also use this for reverse restoration, turning a modern portrait into a stylized photo that looks as if it was taken with an old film camera from the 1950s. Quick trick, generative upscale. If your generation takes a hit on resolution, which happens frequently with Nano Banana, Photoshop now has a new hidden feature under the image menu called generative upscale. You can upscale your image by 2 times or 4 times. This is really powerful, allowing you to upscale directly from Photoshop without needing external apps like Topaz Labs Gigapixel 8. If you need deeper training on handling these resolution issues and mastering the upscaling workflow, check out the resources at AllAboutAI. While Nano Banana is amazing, you need to be aware of a few constraints. Resolution. We've covered this, but it bears repeating. Detail often takes a hit. Movement. Generations sometimes move the entire subject slightly, requiring masking to blend the edges back. Generations. You can only generate one variation at a time, meaning you have to wait to try a new prompt. Credits. Let's talk real numbers here. Adobe's standard generative fill features use 1 credit per generation. If you're on a Creative Cloud Pro plan, you get 4,000 monthly generative credits. Photography plan subscribers who join before June 17th, 2025 get 500 credits per month. But if you subscribed after that date, you only get 25 credits monthly. Currently, Adobe is offering complimentary access to Nano Banana in Photoshop Beta, but this is expected to transition to credit-based consumption. When using Nano Banana via API platforms, you're looking at roughly 20 cents per image. That's 200 credits at the standard rate of 1,000 credits, equaling $1. Here's the ROI perspective. Creative agencies using AI workflows report an average ROI of 396% and savings of nearly $12,000 per project. That's massive. And looking at the bigger picture, the AI image generation market is projected to hit $1.3 billion by the end of 2025, growing at a 35.7% annual rate. This isn't a fad, it's the future. From changing a car into a Jeep, fixing blurry eyes, generating complex fantasy images, to changing the time of day, Nano Banana inside Photoshop is an unbelievable combination. It gives you the power of world-class generation combined with the precision of Photoshop's selection tools and layers. And the data speaks for itself. 90% of photographers expect AI to handle the majority of post-production within the next 2 years. We're witnessing a fundamental shift in how creative work gets done. The photographers and designers who embrace these tools aren't just saving time, they're reclaiming their lives. Remember that 81% work work-life balance stat. That's real people getting their evenings and weekends back. I want to know what you guys think of this new integration. Is it a cool new tool, or do you think the resolution issues make it difficult to adopt into a professional workflow? Are the credit costs worth the time savings for you? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and learned some new tricks, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss another video. Thanks for watching. I'm Hassan Khan, and I'll see you in the next All About AI video.